everyone, my name is Dora Kurimay, and I'm excited to discuss tips for parents and coaches on helping athletes manage stress and the importance of mental health and well-being. Let's get started. Before diving into tips about stress management, I wanted to clarify a few things about stress. As many of us know, stress is a normal response to changes and challenges that all kids and teens and their parents experience at times. While it's commonly associated with negative events, stress can also be caused by upcoming positive events such as tournaments, graduations, holidays, or new activities. Kids and teens feel stress when they need to prepare for, adapt to, or protect themselves from something when something important to them is at stake. Even positive changes can prompt stress. The purpose of stress is to signal that it's time to get ready, as it's the body's natural reaction to physical, mental, or emotional pressure. Let's remember that some stress can actually be positive. It can motivate students and athletes, help them focus, and improve their performance. Everyone has an optimal energy level with positive stress playing its part, so the goal is to maintain it. There are two types of stress: eustress, which is positive, and distress, which is negative. With proper support, a little bit of stress can be beneficial for kids, helping them rise to challenges, meet goals, and build resilience. Each of us operates at an optimal energy level. Without stress and challenges, we may find ourselves disengaged from whatever we are doing. This is where the second healthy level of stress comes into play. Eustress is a positive type of stress that serves as a motivator. It excites your athletes about the challenge and incentives them to get things done. Feeling pumped up can promote the release of endorphins and make them happier and more energized. When stress becomes too much to cope with, it's identified as bad stress, also known as distress. Challenges no longer seem fun, and there appears to be no end. Continuously struggling with too much stress can exhaust your energy and drive, causing fatigue, exhaustion, and burnout in the worst scenario. Now that we have clarified the difference between good and bad stress, let's look at the harmful stress in more details. Stress or adversity that is too intense, serious, long-lasting, or sudden can overwhelm a child's or any of us' ability to cope. Stress can be harmful when kids don't have a break from it or when they lack the support or coping skills they need. Over time, too much stress can affect kids' mental and physical health. It's important to remind ourselves that as a parent or coaches, we cannot prevent children from feeling stressed, but we can help kids and teens cope with it. Obviously, in order to help kids, we have to be aware of the sign of stress. So the first step is awareness, recognizing the signs of stress. We can't avoid stress altogether, but there are ways to stop it from becoming overwhelming. Stress affects kids in different ways. Feeling overwhelmed, increased anxiety, irritability, and fatigue are some of the effects that students and athletes experience. Let's explore the two major types of stress, acute and chronic stress. It's crucial to recognize the signs. As I said, the first step is awareness. I will outline the indicators of stress. First, I will discuss the signs of acute stress. Acute stress is short-term stress, while chronic stress is long-term stress. And we will cover that in the next slide. Examples of acute stressors include exams, tournaments, and criticism from your child's coach or teacher. A single episode of acute stress generally doesn't cause problems for healthy people. When kids face short-term stress, they might feel stress on and off for a few days or weeks as they adjust. Stress has different components such as physical, emotional, and thought components. Let's see the symptoms of each element. The physical signs are rapid heartbeat, shallow breathing, sweating, dry mouth, diarrhea. The emotional components include feeling stressed, nervous, and easily irritated. Thought components include negative thoughts, concentration problems, indecisiveness, lack of creativity, memory problems, and decreased perceptions of risks. Chronic stress occurs when difficult life events lead to stress lasting more than a few weeks. It can be tough on kids when they don't have a break from it, lack the support they need, or don't have coping skills to manage stress. Some examples of chronic stress include sports and academic pressure, moving to a new home, bullying, and chronic injury. Chronic stress can cause physical symptoms such as headaches, heart disease, digestive problems, chest pains, rapid heartbeat, fatigue, and sleeping problems. Emotional symptoms may include anxiety, irritability, and anger, as well as cognitive symptoms like memory and concentration problems, forgetfulness, and indecisiveness. Regarding social behavior, chronic stress can lead to isolation, lack of communication, decreased empathy and tolerance, and increased conflicts. It's important to recognize chronic stress when someone's habit change, such as becoming isolated or exhibiting different behavior. But what can parents, coaches, and teachers do? Now that we have covered some of the different stress types and their symptoms, I will give you some tips on how to help kids and athletes manage their stress. There are stressors and resources in our lives. The balance of these determines how much stress we experience. Resources give us energy while stressors drain our energy. There are external and internal stressors and resources. Let's take an example. External resources are the people who support kids in any way, such as through encouragement, sport activities, healthy habits. Internal resources are meditation, positive thinking, and any self-care routine. External stressors include stressful athletics in school, conflicts in relationships, deadlines, and too much workload. Internal stressors include negative thoughts, negative emotions, and health problems. There are always some stressors. Balancing your stressors and resources is key. Understand the cause or find the root cause. The key is to decrease the stressors and increase the resources. It's possible to return to a balanced state. If you have a kid or work with an athlete, it's important to take a look at and create a balance sheet. You would identify potentially with their help the stressors and resources in their lives and evaluate their imbalance. If changes are needed, consider how to rebalance the sheet. It's crucial to identify what kids need to change to be able to manage stress better. Remember to promote healthy sleeping, eating, and hydration habits. Focus on what your kids can control daily and create healthy routines. Everyone has an optimal energy level, and sleeping helps replenish it. If they don't get enough sleep, it can affect how they cope with stress. Eating healthy is also crucial for long-term optimal functioning. Additionally, staying hydrated is very important. Teaching coping skills to help athletes self-manage stress. There are many coping skills, and you need to find out what best suits the personality, background, and schedule of your young athlete. For instance, you could easily introduce deep breathing. Encourage slow and deep breathing exercises. Use a 4-4-7 breathing ratio. Breathing in counting for 4, holding it for 4 seconds, and breathing out counting for 7 seconds, and practice for 2-3 minutes. Establish healthy routines like meditation and listening to music. Encourage activities that bring energy and relaxation. All of this part of teaching children how to handle stress positively rather than doing everything for them. It's also important to reframe success and negative thoughts. Expectation from parents and coaches can unknowingly increase pressure to perform and negatively affect self-confidence. Encourage athletes to focus on putting forth their best efforts and measuring personal progress rather than only focusing on results or winning. As part of rebalancing or finding optimal energy level, it's important to identify your child's or athlete's thought patterns when they become negative. Consider this illustration. In a picture, one of the cats is much more stressed than the other. Even though they are in the same situation, the stressed cat perceives the dog as strong and aggressive, while the other cat sees the dog as friendly. One cat is worried and the other is not. This demonstrates how different perspectives can impact the same situation. What glasses or lenses do the kids use to see the world? Their perceptions are based on past experiences, but they can learn to recognize and change their perspective. How can they reframe a stressful situation? What parts of the situation can they control, and what aspects are out of their control? These are important questions to consider. Make room for breaks. Teach athletes the importance of downtime for rest and recovery. We know that kids and teens are avid technology users, even and especially in their downtime. While this topic would warrant a whole other conversation, I would say that research is pretty clear that taking a break from technology, at least limiting it, helps to relieve both physical and mental stress. Helping kids and athletes develop time management skills and minimize overscheduling will improve stress management. When kids specialize in one or two sports and spend a lot of time in it, it's crucial to encourage life outside of their sports, making time for other interests and hobbies besides primary sports such as fun activities and spending time with friends helps create balance and build resilience. This allows athletes to draw from a wide range of interests and hobbies when they experiencing distress. Remember to time your conversations wisely and keep them positive. Let emotions from games or practice settle before discussing performance or outcomes. Waiting a couple of hours to talk about these topics allows athletes to reflect on their performance with less stress. Connect and help solve the problem. When overwhelmed teens may struggle to break down a situation into manageable pieces, talk to them and help them to take one step at a time. Handwriting is a powerful practice that can have positive effects on your brain. Research indicates that handwriting is more beneficial than typing for your overall well-being. Encourage your athletes to keep a daily gratitude journal, which can help them focus on what truly matters and maintain a positive outlook. Writing down their emotions can also assist them in managing stress and progressing forward. Children often experience stress without being able to express it, and adults can play a crucial role in helping them navigate their feelings. It's essential for children to feel safe sharing their emotions, especially if they are facing challenges like bullying or feeling unsafe. Ensure that your child knows that they can share any emotions with you without fear of judgment or immediate action. Additionally, setting and writing down their goals can boost their confidence, keep them focused, and motivate them. Research has shown that writing down goals increases the likelihood of achieving them. Finally, encourage your athletes and kids to seek help when needed. Discussing their stress with a licensed psychologist or mental health counselor can provide a healthy way to manage chronic stress, especially when stress seems intractable, even with the attempts by parents and coaches to address it. Counseling can help athletes develop positive coping strategies for dealing with future stress. While it's natural for young athletes and students to want to eliminate stress, they need to learn to manage stress to prepare for adult life, and sports provide a perfect testing ground to hone stress management skills. Thanks for your attention. If you would like to learn more, I'm giving a webinar with Tommy Mate, one of the hosts of this summit, on parental strategies to elevate your child's athletic career. We will talk about how to identify positive resources. We will provide practical skills for parents to apply to create a solid foundation to guide their athletes better. It's a free online webinar on August 20th. You can check out more information about it at dorakurimay.com/webinar, or you can scan the QR code as well. Thanks again for your attention. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me at dora@dorakurimay.com and check out my website at www.dorakurimay.com. Have a wonderful day.